Hey everybody, just Jamie here. So I know I look kind of a hot mess. Please do not judge the way that I look. And if you hear anything in the background, it is just laundry going. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys why I did not go to the Virginia Tech Rhode Island game today. And just a little update about what's been going on with me and what kind of the next week of my life is kind of gonna be like. I will be having surgery on Monday. Today is Saturday, and I will be having surgery on Monday. So my biggest concern for right now is to get this house in an order where I can throw away a bunch of stuff, make some runs to the Goodwill, just get to the point where I don't have to worry about clutter and just kind of things all over the place for the next week and or weeks that I may need to recover. So you may be asking yourself, well, Jamie, or asking yourself, myself, asking, say, hey, Jamie, what are you gonna have surgery on? What's going on? So, as everyone knows, to October, well, maybe you don't know. Anyway, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I encourage and implore every single woman or man or anybody who is watching this video to please, 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 please do your monthly checks. Do your monthly self-breast exams, whether you're a woman or a man. There's statistically, of course, breast cancer statistically affects more women than men, but men do get breast cancer. They have pectorals and breast tissue, whether or not you want to believe it. Men do have breast tissue on their chest. Most men, you know, just have pecs, but a lot of men have, you know, more tissue than just muscle. Either way, it's breast tissue. So I will leave a link down in the description box for YouTube videos of how to do monthly self-checks, some information on men's statistics, men's breast cancer, and also how to do self-checks for men and women as well. So I just wanted to let you guys know I am having surgery. I am having a lumpectomy on my right breast. I will be having it on Monday, which is Columbus Day, or Indigenous Peoples Day, whatever you want, right now it's considered Columbus Day. I know a lot of people are trying to get it changed to Indigenous Peoples Day. So either way, it is a federal holiday and I work for the federal government, so thankfully I will have the day off, but I am taking the rest of the week off. So I really wanted to get this house taken care of. I have a known paper problem where I like to say a paper problem because for some reason I collect a lot of paper, and not just paper, like I love paper, but it's like all the mail that comes, I will open it and then I will separate it between recycling, bills, and then just kind of stuff that I need to read over or whatever. Of course, I pay bills immediately and as they come in, so none of what I have to go through are bills, like the pile of paper, nothing is bills. But it's just stuff that either needs to be shredded, needs to be recycled, or needs to be read over and either kept for future reference or kept for safekeeping, because that means like birthday cards and sentimental things. So I had a stack, literally probably 10 inches thick, 10 to 12 inches thick, that I went through this morning. Now it's very small now, just a couple inches, but I'm still having to go through those. I've separated into keepsakes and then to stuff that further I need to go through with Ryan and stuff like that. So anyway, went through that. So a little bit about my surgery. I will be having a lumpectomy. There are Now there are 3 lumps that need to be removed from my right breast. I have had issues in the past. I think about 10 years ago when I had my blood clots, I should probably do a video about my blood clots, really explaining what happened and that story. But I had blood clots in my lungs 10 years ago, and it almost took me out of this world. But thankfully, I'm still here. I have purpose, I have meaning, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what is to come in life. I know that God has plans for me, and I just want to live for his kingdom and do the best that I can. So anyway, they found the first lump on the CT scan way back in 2010. When I had my blood clots. They found it. They weren't really concerned about it because of the way that it looked, and it was extremely small. So I had a follow-up, and I started feeling it about 6 years ago. So 6 years ago, you know, on my monthly self checks, I felt this, and I was like, okay. And I went to my gynecologist. She felt it too. She referred me to the breast care center, and I went and had an ultrasound because at that time I was too young for a mammogram, because they want you to wait until you're 30 and over due to the breast density, the tissue density that women have under 30. So anyway, so I went to the doctor. They looked at it. They said, it was very small at the time. They said, I don't think that we are going to need to do anything exceptional about this, but come back in 6 months. We'll do another ultrasound and measure it and see. So I went back in 6 months, and then they found more. They found another one. In the ultrasound. Again, the first one had not grown exceptionally large, exceptionally quick, so they did not think of any malignancy, thank the Lord. And then, but they had found a second one. So, but I did not find that one on my self-checks. They only found it through the ultrasound. So, I just kept going for 6 months. So for 6 years, I went every 6 months up until now. And then 2 years ago, I started having mammograms every 6 months to, on both breasts to check and see. My left breast, they thought they saw something about 6 months ago. And then my mammogram that I just had 2 months ago was clear, that whatever was in my left breast or what they saw on my left breast was gone. So no worries about my left one. Right one, however, has a cluster of cysts, which we're not worried about. The doctors are not worried about because they can see through them. They look like little bubbles on the screen, and they look like when the ultrasounds, like it literally looks like little bubbles, a bunch of little bubbles. Like if you blew bubbles, it looked exactly like that. So anyway, they're not worried about that, which is good. So not worried about that one, but I had 2 hard masses. If you were looking at a clock, one's at 1 o'clock, one's at 4 o'clock. And they feel like beans. Like if you had a bean bag and you had a, you know, regular size, everything was just regular, and then you had a very large bean, like 2 real large beans in a bean bag. That's what they feel like. So you can tell, I can tell that they're there. I feel them. Even like just sitting here, I can feel them because they're very, very tender and very, I don't know, I can just feel them. It's really kind of weird because they have grown. In the past 6 years, they have grown larger, but they have not grown to the point where they believe that they are malignant. Well, so I went to the surgeon, the breast care surgeon, and asked her, I said, hey, you know, do you think, look, I've been going every 6 months. I have been getting mammograms, ultrasounds, and everything for the past 6 years, every 6 months. And I am just getting tired of this, and they're uncomfortable. I can feel them, they're tender, and I'm just tired of it. And she did a thorough exam. My doctor is absolutely amazing. She did an extreme thorough exam, and she said, you know, you are a candidate. These can come out. It's up to you. Here are the risks. Here are the benefits. Like, good news is they'll be gone. And then when you're doing your self-checks, if you feel anything else, then you'll know it's something else. So I was like, okay, let's go ahead and schedule this. So that was about a month ago, right at 3.5 weeks ago. So every first of the month, I always do it on the first of the month because it's easier for me to remember like that, to do my self check. And the first of the month, I did my self check and I found a third. Now that was on October 1st. October 7th, I had already had a appointment with my gynecologist for my yearly, and that's another thing. If you're a woman and you do not go to the gynecologist for your yearly checkup, not just for a pap smear, whether you're sexually active or not, I am begging you to please find a gynecologist in your area, and just get a checkup, please, because there are a lot of crazy things that can hide in your body, and there are a lot of things that women, especially like us women, need to be more careful about, whether we are sexually active or not, because it is imperative that we take care of ourselves, just the way that you would have a physical to check your blood to make sure everything is okay. You need to have a physical checkup for your lady bits, for the, you know, things that matter. I mean, these things matter. So please, 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 please go get checked out. Anyway, so yes, so I went to my gynecologist for my annual. I told her that I felt a third, and I wasn't 100% about it, that I had felt it, and I was kind of on the fence of whether or not I was like just kind of making it up. Not making it up in my mind, but like, do I really feel a third, or is it just one of the two, or what's going on? Anyway, so she said, well, don't tell me where it is. Let me do an exam. And she did. And she said, yeah. She said, is this where the third one you think is? And I said, yes. And she said, yes, I feel a third. So she said, I would send you for a mammogram, but you are having, literally next week, you're having surgery. And so yeah, so my surgeon said, of course, we'll take it out too. So I'm not worried about that at all, but it's a little scary to feel a third one. I am very thankful and very glad that this third one has popped up in the time span that I scheduled my surgery, and then my surgery will be Monday. So in 2 days, thankfully, all 3 of these will be gone. And let's hope and pray that I never have to have surgery again, and that hopefully after healing and after everything else, it will be time again for another check. And by then, I pray that they won't see anything, so that I can go back to just the yearly mammograms. So anyway, I am 32, by the way, and I am so young. I think I am so young to have to go through any of this, let alone have to have a mammogram and or ultrasound every 6 months. So that was another reason why I decided to go ahead and just have these removed. You know, she said, you know, we believe that these are fibroadenomas. We believe that these are benign. We believe that there's nothing to worry about, but they're causing you discomfort. They're causing you issues. You know, it's up to you, but you are a candidate to have these removed based on a medical reason. And I called my insurance company. They're covering it, and I think that's fantastic. So yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. I know this video is a little long, and just because I've been sitting here talking, and it's a lot for me to unpack mentally, but it's also a lot that I really want to share, not only with my subscribers, but for also anyone else on this platform or in the world who will ever see this, to just self-checks. Your monthly self-check is so important. And just, if you feel something, make a doctor's appointment. Nothing that you feel is too small or too insignificant to then make a doctor's appointment and check it out. So anyway, I just wanted to say that I'm hoping the next week I am gonna vlog. I doubt I will be able to vlog at the hospital. It's going to be an outpatient procedure, just because for privacy concerns, and I don't know I've never been to this outpatient situation, but I will vlog hopefully the day of the surgery on Monday, the morning before, and then when I get home, if I'm not too out of it, I plan on vlogging a little bit and just updating you on how the surgery went, how everything was going, and then I plan on vlogging the week, hopefully every day. If not every day, hopefully then every other day. Hi Stella girl, you sweet girl. She is going to be the #1 nurse. Don't tell her daddy. But she will be Nurse Stella, and she will, I'm sure, will take great care of me. She is always down for a nap, and she is always down for just being there and just being so sweet. Anyway, so if you guys have any questions or concerns or anything, leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer everybody. I will leave links down in the description box to resources and or videos on how to check yourself. Do it monthly, self-checks, and if you feel something, say something, go to the doctor and get it checked out, because it's important. Your health is important. Your physical health, your mental health, your well-being is so incredibly important. Update you soon on my surgery and recovery. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.